And the recording will be posted on YouTube by Holger. Thank you again, Holger, always. And so for the first part of this meeting, you will be muted, and then you can unmute yourself anytime that you want to interact, pose questions, explore your experience, whatever. So for now, if you, hello Manoj.
Hello, Michael.
Sort of turn your attention towards itself, towards its source, which is your very being. Sit comfortably and welcome your experience as it appears to you. And nothing that you need to do. Simply be. This welcoming presence, which is effortless. Whatever sensations appear to you. No need to make any correction. Various sensations in your body. Notice the breath. The gentle quality of breath. Being is not complicated. It is the reality of our experience. Presence, awareness, whatever words we use. This still, silent, present presence. Which is not seeking anything. Images appear on the screen. but the screen is transparent. This screen, this aware screen, is what we refer to as I, this transparent, aware presence. So you can just for now rest, invite your mind to rest in this not knowing, in this beingness, to rest in its source, which is right here, right now. We are all looking for the peace and happiness, which does not come and go. Could it be that it is what we are? Not some experience in time, in space, not some future state, not something that we've experienced in the past and we yearn to experience it again. Could it be that it is what we are, what we truly are? Free from images, free from any identification, our true self, not defined by the mind, not defined by experiences or sensations or mind states. All phenomenal experiences are transient. But you, this transparent, aware presence, can you get a sense of that? This, the reality of being, whatever words we use, to get a sense of your true being right now in this moment. Not the body, not the mind, not the thoughts, but this I, this amness, which right now hears these words and knows it is. No need to take a step away. Where would you go? It is all there. It is all your very self. Whichever direction you go, it is you. And there you are. Undefined. No need for definition, and not possible to define the reality which perceives the reality which is. You can define thoughts, perceptions, sensations, images. But I, the reality of being, of presence, of awareness, cannot be defined and needs not be defined. So you can rest as that, this undefined being, as the undefined reality of being. I came upon this passage by Father Thomas Keating, which reads, "The spiritual journey is a series of humiliations of the false self that become more and more profound." What you imagine yourself to be, what you take yourself to be, you're bound to be disappointed. We all know that. We've all experienced our personal image, our self-image being hurt, being shattered sometimes. As if God is rubbing our nose into our arrogance in our life, inevitably, we come upon these painful times, painful situations. Hurt, humiliation, disappointment, rejection. And Father Keating says, a series of humiliations of the false self. So we welcome that because these are opportunities to see through the illusion of this me structure, this personal structure, which is old stuff which we repeat and carry along. A burden, the burden of being a person. We're presented with so many opportunities, painful sometimes, to realize that that which is experiencing all that is beyond pain, is beyond the duality of suffering. But we do have to see through the structures, the me structures that are operating in our life. Maybe there are structures behind which we hide. But what is it we are hiding? Is there anything to hide as awareness, as truth? In reality, is there anything that needs hiding or protecting? We try pretty hard throughout our life to manage our personhood, to safeguard our personhood, our identity, the stuff we cherish, our imaginary relationships. But we all know that sooner or later, something goes wrong in that realm. It's an invitation for us to look and see through the storyline of me in my life. Which is just a storyline, because in your experience right now, this moment, you are this aware presence. There is no story to awareness. There's no storyline to presence. And that is the reality of our experience, isn't it? Take a look. It's not taking a look at your memories and your images and your thoughts, but take a look at your direct experience right now, not its content, but its reality. The reality of your experience this moment is not the images on the screen. It is not the sensations. It's not the thoughts. Right? You know yourself as I. Not I, a character, not I, a man, a woman, a person, but just I, the I-ness of being, I. Whatever that is, it's reality. It is sufficient not to take a step away, although it is not possible to take a step away from yourself. It is sufficient not to take any step away. So that you and your experience are not separate. The word humiliation, humility, they're connected. Humility is simply the absence of arrogance. It's not something we do. It is what we are when we do not project an image, a me image, whether it's a positive or negative image. Positive arrogance or negative arrogance is the same. What if we are image free? Can we invite this possibility? Just to explore this possibility. In this moment, you cannot explore the possibility of being image free tomorrow, yesterday. It's always in this moment, to be naked, to be without knowing. Is it possible to be without knowing, to be birth moment by moment, to be born moment by moment, not to be in time, not to exist in time, the impression of time, but the zero time and zero distance of nowness, of beingness. the freshness of being. Like a fresh breeze or song of a bird. We don't know what sound is going to appear. Here it is. Which is the sound of the infinite, the sound of the absolute, God's sound, whispering eternally, eternal whisper, inviting you, telling you, yes, come to me, recognize yourself as my very being, as one being, one beingness, which we all share. Like candles, and the light is one. The light is one. The flame that lights all candles. The fire that lights all candles is one. That fire is you. You are the fire, the light. Not you, the person, but the real you, only the one I. Okay, so please make sure to unmute yourself, turn on your video if you care, if you have any questions or anything you would like to share. Any questions?
Hello, Magdi.
Yes, hello, Walter.
Not a question, but may I share a poem
Absolutely.
that I wrote?
Yes.
This is called the Divine Soliloquy. We gather and sit, physically distant, yet closer than a bear hug. The expression of one flows through a diverse mix of apparent individuals. We discuss matters language cannot describe, yet we understand. A knowing smile says more than all the sages in history have said. Laughter born of joy dissolves separation. The bear hug tightens. One troupe of actors, we take on our roles, the one playing as many. The divine soliloquy, existence pouring out into the theater of the world.
Beautiful. Thank you. Very beautiful. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Walter. Very beautiful. It's amazing how some poems take us straight to God, you know. They come from God and they take us to God. Beautiful.
It's a privilege to have that move through me.
Yes, yes. Yes. Recognize ourselves to be this the channel of the divine. It's very beautiful. In a way, on some level, we are the channel, and on a more profound level, we are the light. So, yeah.
And as you say that, I know that it's only possible for that to come through this body mind if the body mind is not in the way.
Yes, a certain availability. Yeah, we're available for God's message. We're available for the revelation. We're available for the unknown. We're available for the mystery to reveal itself, you know, whichever way it chooses. Yes, it's an availability in the direction of truth, available for the revelation of truth. And it's a certain openness in this availability. So the recipient is sort of an open, empty recipient, and in fact, it's a bottomless recipient. It's an edgeless recipient. Yeah, our love for truth is the light in the darkness, as a way of speaking.
Marty, may I ask you something?
Yes. Hello, Anna. Yes. Hello, Anna.
Hi.
Yes.
When you talk, it's just so beautiful. And it is like, wow, I want to be there. And some fractions of the second, I am there. There is a lot of times that I have to cope with looking at judgments and ideas, and I have to keep on telling, no, don't go there. And it's this battle, and it's very annoying, Marty.
Mm. Mm.
It's I don't know, maybe I'm very primitive. Well, for sure I'm not there, but it's like, when, I mean, it's very challenging sometimes when I catch my thoughts. It's God, thanks goodness it's
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yes. Well, what if the confusion about truth, about ourself, is connected with our thinking about ourself. So there is a certain image, possibly, that we have about ourselves, an image that we identify whether we believe we are, or an image about ourselves that we believe we need to be. We need to be different. Things need to be different. And when we want things to be different, we are bound to be disappointed. We are bound. It's just a matter of time to be disappointed. When we have an idea about how things should be, how we should be, how enlightenment should be, how I should be, we're bound to be disappointed, and we have restricted. We have placed conditions. We have placed some certain limitations upon our experience. Now, what if we are with whatever appears to us as a child is, exploring, looking, investigating, flipping it on the side, opening it up, looking what's inside, rather than our experience being about me. Because as long as our experience is about me, then enlightenment is not enough. God is not enough. She has to please me more. She has to do this and do that. And so take a look at this assumption that your experience is about me. What is this me? In this moment, for example, there is just whatever there is, we don't know. We don't need to know. Life dancing, life unfolding, life living itself, the universe humming. Somehow there is this hearing, the universe expressing sound and expressing hearing through a so-called body-mind. It's just what it is. It is what it is. It's not about me. There isn't a me in there. There is actually no place where we can squeeze in a me. Where would you squeeze in a me? I mean, where? Where? I mean, where? I mean, it's not like here is a space where the me is missing. Let me get it. So whenever we, in our experience, move away from our experience into a storyline where there is a me, where there is somebody that needs to ... or should ... or should not be like this, whatever. What appears to me should not be like that. It should be like this. Why? Because Magdi or this person, that person said it should be like this and like that. And I read it here, I read it there. It has nothing to do with your experience. You're tripping. You're at that moment, you are in the navigate. You're tripping. You're having a me trip. You're having a me trip with judgment and praise. You're praising yourself, then you're judging yourself. And when that's not good enough, then you introduce the other. Then you can judge the other and praise the other. And if that's not enough, then you introduce the world. Then the world is something good or something bad with the world. But it's all a trip. It has nothing to do with your experience. In your experience in this moment, it's just this. I saw, you are muted, by the way, Anna. I just want you to know that. So that, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that you.
Yeah, I just interrupt because all that you're saying, unfortunately, it's the pure truth. I mean, there's so many shoulds and shoulds, just like you were saying.
Yes.
I think my name should be Shoot.
We all have it. Our middle name, all of us, we have that middle name. Don't worry. You don't have a monopoly on it, Anna. But the thing is, we have available to us the understanding, and we need to apply the understanding. If we have the understanding and don't apply the understanding, then when these thoughts about, oh, how things should be, I shouldn't be like this, it should be like that, we don't discriminate. We don't discriminate between the mind tripping and our experience. We need to discriminate. We need to develop this discrimination between when we take the highway of illusion. When we take the highway of illusion, we need to discriminate. Here I go, whoa, there I go. I'm on the highway of illusion, they say. And you're going to
I love that. I feel it.
You're going to feel it in your body. You're going to feel, whoa, wow, what is going on here, you see. But at any moment, you can come to presence. Come to presence meaning realize that there is nothing happening on a personal level this moment. Here I am, this aware presence, this transparent aware presence, you see. And invite yourself to trust that, because we are habituated to trusting our thoughts and our feelings, our beliefs. So there is a habit at our cellular level, at the body-mind level, there is a habit to go into, oh yeah, I did this, he shouldn't have done this, I experienced this, there is this. So you have to invite yourself to the impersonal presence. You have to trust that being is absolute, that being is in fact the reality of your experience, not the mind tripping, you say, not the mind tripping, but me in time. Me in time doesn't mean that there is a real me in a real time. There is no real me and there is no real time. There is only absolute eternity of being. But the impression via the thinking and the feeling is that what's going to happen to me tomorrow? The impression and the feeling is that I exist in time and hopefully things will be good tomorrow. So the discrimination is very important, the viveka in Sanskrit, viveka, the discrimination that you're now on the highway of illusion. You're on the illusory me highway, you say. And the more you travel on the illusory me highway, the more convoluted, the more...
I'm going to write for illusionary highway.
Complex.
Wow, that's perfect.
the more complexity you will experience in your body, in your mind, and in the world.
Illusion highway. That is so helpful, Magdi.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We can send you the video also, Anna,
I would love that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Just if you write your email address in the chat box, I'll send you the email, the video.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Lovely to see you, Anna. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, well, if there are no more questions, then very lovely to be with you, as usual. So beautiful. Walter, Anna, Esther, Nathan, Julia, George, Mina.
Thank you, Magdi.
Mina, lovely to see you. Grace, Ibrahim, Isaac.
Yes.
George, nice to meet you, George. Holger, Shiva, Marga. Hello, Frank, Manoj, and John. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Magdi.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Magdi.
Magdi.
Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Magdi.